there's loads of ways that people can earn money in jail, extra money. If you've got a talent for something, you might as well put it to use. Drawing, portraits, sketching, matchstick making stuff with matchsticks, tattoos. Believe it or not, people write poems. Say if you're writing to your bird or you're writing to a girl that you're trying to impress, you're not very good at writing. Not everyone's good at writing. Matey two doors down's he's really good at writing love poems. Pay him a little bit, he'll write you a poem to your bird. I've never fully understood that one myself. Like it's a bit, but yeah, I think I'm in the minority in that one. I wouldn't get someone to do that, but you know, loads of people do, and write letters in general. If you can't write, are you going to get to write your letter? Yeah, I've not seen that many tattooists in prison. I've seen two, both of them in Stockton. There's been one or two others dotted around the jails where someone's made a gun and done something like a tattoo gun. But I'm talking as earning off it regularly. Two geezers in Stockton, two different wings. One of them was a bit of a liability. He done that to my arm. Can you see that? Just that's how good he was. Yeah. I've done a video about him doing a cross on someone's face, someone's chest, while he was gouging after he'd had a boot. Mate, the tattoo looked like one of those graphs from a lie detector result. But yeah. So that tattoos, drawings, portraits. I've seen some people do some excellent portraits, and that's a good way to earn a bit of dough. Again, one of the tattooists, what did that? I've seen loads of people that do stuff like drawing, like mainly it's portraits. You're not going to. Very rarely does someone go up to someone and say, "Oh, can you draw me a picture of a house or a car?" You know, you draw that picture of me kid, draw that picture of me wife, this, that, you know what I mean? Me bird, me mum, me dad, me nan, me whatever. And you can charge what you want, can't you? Really? I mean, I've been banged up with. I've cut them. My cellmates have been really good drawers, and they've made unbelievable. So I mean, I've got one of my cellmates made me a it's like a jewellery box out of matchsticks with like a rose on the top, made out of wet tissue. It's banging, really good. The matchsticks. Again, the matchstick making. I've tried that. I've bought matchsticks myself. I haven't got the patience. I always end up messing it up or whatever. But some of the things that I've seen people make are unreal. I see this traveller geezer, traveller man. I think this was in Pentonville. I can't remember exactly where he was, but just as a hobby, he never used to really sell them. He'd sell his cake with them, caravans. You know, like the old school gypsy caravans, yeah? Like that, made out of matchsticks. He'd have horse and carts, everything traveller related, but mainly caravans, you know. But the proper gypsy caravans, these were unreal. These were unreal. So sitting in his cell all day making them. Another geezer that made Formula One cars. It took him ages. That was like his own pet project. He weren't doing anything for anyone else. He was making this Formula One car, mate, is unreal. And if you could do that, the amount of people that make photo frames for people obviously you can get your photos sent. I say obviously, but you can get your photos sent up in prison. Some photos, get a nice photo frame made, send it out as a present, put it up on your wall in your prison, whatever. There was this one geezer. Again, it was Stockton. He was a lifer, and he used to make these unreal things out of matchsticks. It was like there was one that I remember he made. It was a bird cage with the perch in it, and the perch rocked. Can't remember if it had a bird on it, but the cage was it was so impressive, And he used to make things like that, give them to his bird and like his wife or whatever on the visit. She'd take them home and put them on eBay and sell them and give it as a description like made by a lifer in prison. You can imagine people like bidding on them. And why not, mate? Why not? It was his hobby. It was unreal. real. But it can cause dramas, couldn't it, as well? There's one time I said we're in Scrubs, Wormwood Scrubs, right? The high security wing. The high security wing is everyone's in a single cell basically. I was in a single. Good wing to be on if you wanted a single, but it's a high risk wing, so there was a lot of people that were high risk. Funny enough, and yeah, a lot of people walking about talking to themselves. A lot of suspects, like walking about, you know. And there was this one geezer. His cell was next door to the office. Yeah, that should have been a giveaway, right? Why does he want that cell? Any other time it would be, oh, that's the only cell available. But thinking back, why did he get put in that cell? It was a really good drawer, for portraits. Was unreal, so realistic, and he was busy all day long. People was going to him and buying off him all day long, all day and night. To me, he looked like one of them suspect people. Yeah. And in my experience from being in jail, you shouldn't always judge a book by its cover, but with those sort of people, I've heard this said before, and it's true. You can tell. You can tell, man. I'm sorry to say it, but you can tell. Right? I've worked on the serveries in jails. I've served those people food. Yeah. I've gone round their cell every day. I've gone round the cells every day, taking the menus. Yeah, for my wing. And on the twos, on the other, this is in Chelmsford, so you've got the induction wing, 2 spurs. On the twos, on one of the spurs, is where all the people on protection are kept. So I'm going up there every day doing the meals. I'm doing the meals for everyone, but I've got to ask them what they want to eat. I've got to ask them. Someone has to feed them. It's only through the door. It's not like I'm opening the door and shaking their hand. Like, what do you want to eat? And then you've got to serve it to them the next day. Someone's got to serve it to them. And I was on a good thing in that jail. Saying you've got to put up with. You do what you can. Whatnot, when you can, where you can. But it is what it is. Yeah, and this geezer looked like one of them, man. He looked like one of them. Sorry to say I've said it, I've just said it, but you can judge a book by its cover when it comes to them sort of people. You can. And he looked like that. He just looked like one of them people who just had something about him that wasn't a bit of me. And I'm in one cell. My codee at the time on this sentence was in the next door. Yeah, we're both high risk. Yeah, he's next door, and he's getting a portrait done of his bird and her kids and all that. Yeah, nice picture, nice photo, I should say. As photos go. But yeah, I kept going to him. I just don't try. I won't give him a picture of someone with someone's kids and all that. I just don't trust him. Like, he just doesn't look like that's like, you know what I mean. Anyway, it turned out I was right. I can't remember exactly how it all come about. He was a complete wrong un. Was in jail for some sort of nastiness, and people have been paying him to. People have been giving him their photos in his possession for like a week, 2 weeks, and paying him whatever he was earning out of it to draw their pictures of their wife, their mums, their dads, their kids, their dogs, their pets. And he was a complete wrong un, in jail for all sorts of nastiness. And then you realise why he's next door to the screws office, and then he was gone. Nothing ever happened to him. It come on top for him, and then he was gone. Like most things in jail, people can't wait. People can't hold things down and say, right, we'll see him at dinner. 100 people got to go to his door while he's behind it and say, oh, we're gonna get you, we're gonna get you, we're gonna get you, and give him 2 hours to get on the bell and say, Gav, I need to be moved. And all the while we'd probably had a good old time looking at all them pictures, and he'd earned off it. All because people didn't judge a book by its cover, and they should have. But anyway, if you enjoyed that, hit subscribe, and we'll chat again. Adios.